Dylan. That's
perfect
that's
after the 10th go.
Very funny.
You are the backing queen.
Oh,
I must give you that.
Thanks, Dylan.
You do a great job.
I tell you what, they put you in some tight spots.
Very tight spots. The other problem we sort of had was we haven't towed with the 300 yet, have we?
No, we haven't.
Mate, that thing's got more sensors on it than a A380 or whatever they're called, those big bangers.
Yeah, A380. It gives you the shit, so it's stressful enough trying to park your brand new Caravan into a spot, let alone have every freaking sensor go off in the Landcruiser.
It's almost like having 50,000 people watch you try to back a van in.
Yeah. Do you want me to straighten it out?
Our 2022 Great Aussie fully off-road 20-foot 10 Caravan. We're going to give you a walk around of what we've done. We've changed a few things that most people do. As you probably noticed right here, there's one missing, it's gone. Two things gone. There's some weight already saved, which is gas. This is a complete, fully gasless van. No gas. Just, we've got the diesel heater that we'll show you later, and the diesel hot water service that we use, and also we have our lithium battery system that will also run through. But what I'm going to do at the moment is just show you around the van, show you a few little things that we've changed, we've upgraded, and give you a little bit of an insight into how we built this van. So here we go. We'll start off, as you do, with the DA35 hitch. Can't go wrong with that. Fully articulates right around. We've got your standard brake. We have the breakaway, safe breakaway, which most caravans have this day and age. And we also have the ESC, electronic stable control. And what that does is it stops your caravan from swaying. It's actually independent on both sides. So if you get a gust of wind on one side, it'll correct it and brake slowly on the other side. We've just got, at the moment, just your standard jockey wheel. And we'll see how this goes. We might change it later on. Just got your stone guard, your Great Aussie stone guard here. We moved this back a little bit because obviously we don't have the two big great gas bottles right at the front here, which saves us plenty of room, heaps of room and heaps of weight. Which brings me on to this big box here. Now this thing looks massive, it looks heavy. Believe it or not, it's only 45 kilos, this box. It is so light and very rigid. We purchased this ourselves, and I sprayed it black to match the van, and then we had the guys fit it. So that what they've done is they've put some rivet nuts inside the box itself, and that goes straight to the chassis. So it's extremely sturdy. And the idea behind this box is we're going to utilize it for the dogs. So we have 3 dogs, a couple of Vizslers and a Kelpie, and our idea is when we can take the dogs out camping with us, they'll go in here. So I'm going to put some ventilation in the top and some ventilation in the sides here so they can see out and see what's going on. Now over here we have an outside water filter, okay? Don't worry about the little drips there. I've got to need to put some Teflon tape on there to stop that doing that. But the idea behind this is to not have it in under your sink. And the reason why I like this is a couple of reasons. One, these are huge, they take up a lot of room, and it's easy to change the filters on them whilst they're out here. It's quite simple. So my plan here is to actually have this mounted up on the chassis, back around this way, up here, and that will just click there, and we'll take it off when we're not using it, and we'll put it inside the tunnel boot. When we go to hook all our taps up, it's ready to go. The other great benefit about this is we don't need to water filter. We don't need 2 filters in the van, a tap where you need to flick it over to drink water, or non-drink water, grey water so to speak. We can actually utilise every single bit of water in the van and drink it. We're not getting washed down in bore water or anything in our showers. So I actually really enjoy, I like this idea. I know it might be a little bit more mucking around, pulling it out and hooking it up, but you're always going to know where your filters are at, because it's quite simple to undo these. And you've got two filters. You've got your settlement filter and your carbon filter. So that'll eliminate any contaminants in the water. This is our tunnel boot. At the moment we've just got the spare cassette there that we're carrying. This is one of Laura's ideas. I'm not sure where she got it from, but I think it's a ripper. So essentially all you do is clip it in this side, clip it in the other side. So you just slide it down. We had to stop because it was actually a little bit more difficult to get it on. We hadn't tried this before, but like I said, it was Laura's idea to put this clothesline out the side here. I think it's brilliant. And there you have it. You can remove it, but we're just talking about it then, whether or not we just keep it here. We're not sure. We'll see how we go. I reckon it's a great idea.
So the benefit to this was when we were travelling around Australia, we had to keep putting up clotheslines, and we put up a couple. We carried one of those little clotheslines that you hang all your undies and socks and jocks on. And I thought, surely there's a clothesline that you can attach to your caravan and you don't have to remove, and that's the solution.
That's
winner winner chicken dinner, I say.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Here we have our two water tanks, which are 95 litre water tanks.
And we can still fill those even though that's there anyway, so that's not in the way.
Just down here we have two of the external battery boxes. Now this is for when they run their AGM batteries, and we've decided we're not running AGM at all. I've had that many different batteries in 4 drives, and the way that the lithiums work are just top notch now. I know they're a bit expensive. They're coming down in price, but they're good. They're the way to go. They charge quick. You can run them all the way down to 0. AGMs, once you start running down below 50%, you start to ruin the battery, and then before you know it, your battery won't charge back up to its 100%. It also takes a lot longer to charge your battery up as well. Coming along here, this is just the fridge vent directly behind the fridge. This is our outdoor exterior shower.
You haven't opened that. I'll get the keys.
Do you know which key it is?
So these are all the keys for our van, and I know it seems a bit ridiculous, but this says E93, so E93. This is new to us too. Oh, ho, ho. There she goes.
There you go. Hot and cold. Do you want to shower now, Doll?
It's going to be good for Coco.
Oh, she works. Well, there you go.
Yeah, especially being down at the beach.
Yeah, look, that's a great little option, I think, especially if you have a dog you want to wash, or you got kids that go out on the beach and just like go and hose your feet off or whatever. It's hot and cold water. I reckon it's great. A lot of people say that they don't use them. I think they're fantastic.
Yeah.
Great idea.
All right. Now, funny story about this one.
That's how long it is. Like, geez, you could fit a lot of whatever you fit in there. We ordered a second cassette, just so when we're off grid, we can spend a few weeks there and we won't have to worry about going to dump points or whatever. Right, so this is another little great addition. Oh, there's so many times when we're up at the NT and especially, you know, that you can have fires in different areas. There's so many times we had to cut wood and throw it up on the top of the rooftop tent and strap it down and all this sort of stuff, and I'm like, we need a wood box on our caravan. And how good is this? Not only for wood, but just for like kids' wetsuits and things that are, you know, dirty, that you just want to put out the back here.
Even your rubbish bags could go in there as well if you.
Yeah, exactly. You could put your dirty bag here and then throw more rubbish in the back there if you wanted to. A great feature also that we're going to show you is, especially on the inside of the van, is these two little windows here. And there's a great reason why we went that way. One reason was to let air flow through the van. We were going to have a window at the front, but we got told by the manufacturers they're getting problems with water ingress. So that's the last thing you want. Obviously, all the wind and rain that just hits the front of your van, you don't want water getting into your van, and that's obviously where your bed is as well, so that's a no-go. So we decided to have two bunks at the back here, and obviously, like a situation like now, we're back straight in, and we've got water views directly over the back of us here, and you can even see the water a lot better once you're inside the van. So we love that idea. So we have the reverse camera as well, and I believe you can, there's a microphone on that so we can hear each other. We haven't wired that up yet because obviously brand new car, brand new Caravan, we need to wire up to the front. It's going to take a bit of time to run that lead all the way up to the front dash of the 300 series. But that's going to be a great addition, especially when Laura's backing the van in, because that's what she does best. We can communicate through this rather than, you know, having walkie-talkies or whatnot. There's a nice little light bar out there that's shines plenty of light through the night. Over here we have a little 10-litre diesel tank. We run diesel and battery, that's it, nothing else. So this runs our hot water and also our heating in the van. So if we don't want to be on power, we're off-grid, we run diesel. And the benefits of running diesel is that our car's on diesel, so love it. Oh, here, this little special edition. What's it called? Selfie Wi-Fi booster. We'll let you know how it goes. Apparently there's so many good reports about it, but we don't know yet. We're going to test it out and we'll tell you what it's exactly like once we work it all out. Another little thing that we love what Great Aussie do here, it's just something out of the box, and I think it's a ripper. There you go.
Look at that.
The washing machine, outside washing machine. It just makes sense, doesn't it? Like, you're doing your washing, you're going to be outside, you know, you just do your washing, you throw it in the basket, you walk around the other side and hang it up.
Exactly.
Voila. Well, most people actually put it under their awning or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a no-brainer. This takes up no room out here whatsoever. It's not in the way of anything.
How's that for storage?
It's a beauty.
So it's a little 3 kilo, but that's all we need. Like, on the road, we washed heaps of socks and jocks and bathers, and that is perfect for that.
Laura's old van, she always had one table outside, and I would always cook outside, and I was constantly like, there's stuff just everywhere and it's built up, and you had nowhere to put anything. So I'm like, oh, we really need a second table. So we come up with the idea of putting 2 tables side by side. Once again, that doesn't take up any room at all. And the other little beauty of this is they've got little lights up under here. Not sure if you can see that. If you're outside cooking, it's a ripper. They've got the 240 volt here, the TV mount, and the cigarette lighter plug with the antenna plug. Got the outdoor speakers. We'll actually show all the lights on the van. I'm very impressed with the lighting systems that they've got in the van. We'll put them on tonight and we'll show you. There's lights everywhere, speakers, the works, and full aluminium, timber free. Now, we went that way because of weight. We try not to carry too much stuff, but the more weight you carry, the more fuel you're going to use, and it gets expensive at the end of the day. And not only expensive, but dangerous. So, the top of the van, we have 4 solar panels running 340 amp hour lithium battery. I reckon that's just about a wrap. I can't really think of anything else more to talk about. with the van. But if you've got any questions, queries, comments, please leave them below and we're happy to get back to you. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps us grow and we can show you all these beautiful places in Australia. Alright, let's check out the inside.
Welcome to our home. Start with the boudoir. Decor, we have a caravan. Now this is a new addition, we didn't have it in our last one. Pressurizes your van so when you go through the dust and dirty roads, no dust comes in the van.
She said the other day, she goes, oh, did you realise there's no divider in between those two cupboards? I'm like, yeah, and she goes, well, I might just creep over to your side. I'm like, no, you're not creeping over anything. I'm going to put a divider right through here. Yeah. That's my side, this is Laura's side. There's plenty of storage there, really good.
And we've just gone with the white matte finish for the cupboards. Troy told you that we got a diesel heater and diesel instant hot water, and this is what it looks like. Where we can see what's in the tanks, how the battery's running, and all that jazz. To be fair, we haven't even used it and this is the first time we're using the Caravan, so we've got to get our head around it as well. This remote here is all the lights, and there's a panel here next to the bed. This button runs the internal lights and this button actually runs the toilet light, so you can turn the light on for the toilet from your bed. Very handy.
Yeah, as I explained earlier, especially on the outside of the van, there's so many lights and the lighting system. I think they've done a really good job. Having that remote control means that you could sit in bed and just turn the lights off in the back or the front, wherever you want it off.
This is so sexy. Like, look at this waterfall bench top and this wood look. The one thing you'll notice about this is this piece of art right here. Now, Troy told you that we have a gasless van, and this is one of the reasons why, because we really wanted to go induction. We're yet to use it, we're going to use it tonight for dinner, but I mean, it looks so good.
The induction cooktop is obviously not hot when you touch it, but if you've got an induction pan, you put that on there and it'll cook perfectly with our battery system, or even if we're plugged into 240.
So he went out and bought some baskets yesterday, and what we did this morning, and you'll see the footage either before, after or during this video, is we stocked it up with everything we wanted to bring for this trip. So it's like a pull-out pantry, apart from the dog food. But we've just put in stuff that we need for this trip. We're only here for one night. So yeah, it's handy. Just take the basket out, take it back inside, fill it up with what you need, and then pick it up and put it in the van. Another one of my ideas. Now this isn't the my idea versus Troy idea show. I know it's starting to sound a bit like that, but how did I come up with this?
If you've got an idea, it actually doesn't matter. If you've got an idea is an idea. Doesn't mean it's a good one. So let's just get that right. We need to test all this stuff to make sure it is a good idea, and then we'll let you know if it's a good idea or not.
You said I'm an ideas woman.
You are. You have your moments. You're good.
All right.
Back to it.
I just remembered the reason why I wanted this layout is because our fridge at home is a top mount refrigerator. Yes, a top mount refrigerator and a bottom mount drawer freezer, and I love it. So I said we need to have a bottom mount drawer freezer in our caravan, and this is what we got. It's a Thetford fridge, and the dealer did say that Thetford is better than Dometic. A Thetford compressor fridge, I must say. So it only runs off 12 volt or 240, and hence the battery system. But I like the drawer for the freezer, and to be fair, you tilt this upside down vertically and you're probably the same size freezer as what that is. This is just easier to use, and it's got this little divider in here so you can move it around. You know, you can just have all our ice trays here and ice creams and veggies and stuff at the back, fish fillets, whatever we want. But I love this. It was a bit of a freakish moment when we looked at it and we're going, oh, it's a bit small. But
I suppose the other benefit is that we do have a Bushman's fridge that's going into the 300 series, so that's going to have plenty of room for food or drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, you can only carry so much food. Can only be off grid maybe 1 or 2 weeks max. You're going to use all your water, so it doesn't really matter too much. And you don't want stuff sitting in your fridge all the time.
yeah.
Not that I'm trying to justify it. Like, a big fridge is great, but there's also downsides to a big fridge. One is power. You know, you're going to use a lot of power. 2 is the weight of the fridge. And 3, obviously going to lose some space, some storage space with, like up the top drawer there that we've got, you know, our cupboard for all our groceries and stuff like that. So it just sort of makes, it's grown on me actually having a smaller fridge, to be honest. I like it.
I don't mind having a smaller fridge, but you just got to lay it out so you can see everything and there's proper airflow through it. So this is our fridge for the night. Got a couple of drawers for your fruit and veggies, and you got this little drawer up here, and on the way here I put our meat in there, so in case it leaked, it was only going to leak into the drawer, so that I find really handy. And yeah, I mean, you can take one of these out if you want to actually stand a bottle of milk or a bottle of Coke or something, but I've just laid the milk in there, and you know, that's where the chocolate goes. So hi.
nice.
I know, how do you top that?
Jesus, is it cooked? Has it gone off again?
Put another one on. Oh, it's still going.
Well, because it wasn't quietly cooked.
Oh.
I was going to cook it all on the
God.
induction. The Laura's like, no, it's going to splatter all over the new van.
Hello? Who's going to let someone cook lamb chops the first day in the caravan and splatter around my nice kitchen?
I thought we got it for that reason. I thought I'd show you the reality of caravanning and carring and whatever. Like, not a lot of people do on YouTube. They sort of show you all the good parts, but just about to hook up the brand new Caravan to the 300 series, and having trouble with the old tow ball that was on. Not old, actually, it was put on there by Toyota, and can't seem to get it off. So I've already gone through some Stilsons, snapped them in half. There you go. Probably a good reason why they snapped in half, because they're from China. And I don't have a big enough shifter, long enough handle to actually get a good grip of it. So, because I'm trying to put the DO35 coupling on. And so what I'm going to have to do now is heat her up. As you can see, I'll burn all the edges, trying to use this. Like I said, I don't have a big enough shifter, long enough handle. And before everyone goes, yeah, why don't you use a breaker bar, blah blah blah. Actually, at the farm, I don't have I don't have a big enough pipe for it. And rather than trying to break everything whilst I'm doing it, I figured I'd just get this bad boy out and heat her up and see how she goes from there. But I have to get it off, because if I don't get it off, we don't move. We're not taking the new van out to show you guys what it's all about. Anyway, leave it with me. Words don't describe how frustrating this is. If I could swear, I'll tell you what,